Hello you guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video, we are going to be doing a makeup tutorial where I use all of my favorite products. Basically, all of these products I've been using for 6 months to a year, if not longer. So I love all of these products so much. It's a very simple makeup tutorial, but I'm going to go through the products and why I like them and all that kind of stuff. So I hope you like this video. If you do, give it a thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel. I upload new videos every single week on beauty, lifestyle, and fashion. So let's go ahead and get started. So if you noticed, if you've been watching my videos for a while, I normally do not have eyelash extensions, but I actually gave myself eyelash extensions. I watched so many videos on it on YouTube and then decided to try it out myself during this quarantine time because I've always wanted to try it. Got everything on Amazon. I'm going to try and make a video about it, but while I was filming before, it was first of all, it takes a really long time. And second of all, I was in the way basically because I have to get so close to the mirror to see each individual lash. My hand was in the way. So I have to find a new angle. So when I fill these, I'll make a video about it and all the products I use, tips and tricks, all that kind of stuff. But just know it takes forever. I'm talking at least 4 hours. So yikes. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. So first things first, I'm going to put on the Daily Protection Lotion from Eucerin. This is SPF 30. This is the sunscreen that I've been using on my face lately. I really do like it. It has the most minimal sting ever. I have super sensitive skin when it comes to sunscreen. The only time this stings is if I have sometimes when I'm washing it off. I don't know. But most of the time it's totally fine. And this is so much more affordable than the what was that one called? Elta MD. I used to use that all the time. And that one, is way more pricey than this. And this works perfectly fine for me. So that's the only product that I haven't been using for that long. Now I'm going to use, I don't know why I'm showing you this up close, but I get these little pot things from Walmart. They're just super cheap. I think it's $1 maybe for 2. Oh, now I have that sunscreen on and I can't open this. And I put Aquaphor in this. So I've been using Aquaphor now for years. I love it. And I just squeeze Aquaphor in there and my hands are clean. And I just put this on my lips because my lips are dry and this heals my lips like no other. And here are the lash extensions. I just did classic lashes. So it's 1 lash per lash, 1 lash extension per lash, which I wish it was a little fuller. So I'll probably try some volume lashes, but it's so much easier to do classics on yourself because it's only 1 lash versus 3 or more. Covergirl Trublend Moisturizing Primer has been my BFF lately. I used to use this just on the perimeter of my face, but now I use it kind of all over, especially if I'm using something mattifying later on. But I'm just going to apply this all over. My eye area has been really dry lately and my face in general just because I use more acne products now. And so I don't know, I just have drier skin. But I am going to be using the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. This is kind of mattify the skin, but I'm only going to put it in areas that I get oily. So just my nose. A little bit of my forehead probably. And I like to press this into the skin because it is a pore filling primer. But if you have acne prone skin, or not acne prone, if you have oily skin, I would highly recommend this primer as well as the matte putty primer. They work basically the same. I have a video where I compare the two actually, and there's not that big of a difference. So I think whatever you can get your hands on is great. Now for foundation, I'm going to use the Covergirl Clean Matte BB Cream. This is my tried and true, something I go back to all the time because it has medium coverage, medium buildable coverage, and it's like doesn't break me out ever. Like this is the one product that if my skin is freaking out, I go back to every time because it's just like doesn't clog my pores. It really doesn't do anything for my skin that's bad, I guess. I wear this all throughout the spring and summer, especially because it keeps the oils at bay even in like, 95-degree weather. I wore this all the dang time when I was in Mississippi. All summer long where it was 95 every day, and then love it any time of the year. So if you have oily skin, this is best for that. That's why I put on the moisturizing primer because it does get a tad drying sometimes. I use the shade light medium and I just put some on my fingers. You could apply this with a brush or with a sponge or whatever, but since it is nice and lightweight, I just like to apply it with my fingers. And this is such a good product just to like kind of grab and go, but it doesn't have any SPF in it. So that's why I like to obviously put SPF on first. Please wear SPF every day. It really does help so much with aging, and also like if you're someone who gets acne scarring, pigmentation or whatever, it's going to help protect your face against that. I have noticed reduced scarring since I've worn sunscreen literally religiously every day. So I just kind of blend that in with my fingers, and then I will take a sponge and just very lightly dab the face. These sponges are from Amazon. I've been using these also for probably a year now. So everything I'm using will be linked in a blog post. So in the description box, if you just kind of like scroll down, there'll be a link and it says like click here for link to all products used. And that's where you can find everything that I'm talking about. Okay, the other thing I just kind of remembered when I went and looked in the mirror when I was washing my face or washing my hands. Gosh, I can't speak today. When I was washing my hands off, I was looking in the mirror, and the other thing I just love about this BB cream is it looks like skin, you guys. Look at this. It looks like skin. It doesn't look cakey. It doesn't look weird on the face, and that's why I have worn it for so long, and I always go back to it. It's just very natural looking, but it gives a decent amount of coverage. It's just so great. So I've loved the e.l.f. Camel Concealer for a long time, but again, sometimes my face is a little bit dry, and this has been a lifesaver. This is the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer in the shade Light Sand. I've been using this religiously since I made a video about it comparing the e.l.f. Camo Concealer and the Hydrating Concealer. I've been using this religiously. So I'm going to apply this underneath my eyes to highlight the bridge of my nose, my chin, and my forehead, especially when I use a more light coverage foundation or BB cream or whatever. I do like to kind of bring my concealer down. I do this almost all the time anyway, but it is kind of nice just to get that coverage in the center of the face if I do want that look. And I do highlight with this. So this is the one thing with lash extensions that I'm getting used to, or need to get used to. I guess I haven't gotten used to it yet because I've literally had them on for like a couple days, is applying makeup with them. So I have to like close my eyes and just like very lightly bounce in here. I don't want to get on the extensions. So that's the thing I'm finding to be really difficult. I almost might take a brush or something to apply in there. Also, like I said, my freaking eye area has been dry even before extensions. Like my under eye and everything has been really dry, and I'm trying to figure out what is causing it. Okay, so now I'm gonna share two different powders because, again, when I was more oily, I had one powder that was a holy grail, and now I really like another. So oily skin, you're gonna want to use the Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation or Photo Focus loose setting powder. Best thing ever for flawless looking under eyes while also keeping oils at bay. Literally the best thing ever to happen to me last summer. But that's too drying for me right now. So I use the Maybelline Fit Me loose setting powder. It's beautiful, you guys. And then what I use it with is the Miracle Powder Sponge from Real Techniques. Yes, there is a difference between the original complexion sponge and the powder sponge. I go on my hand like this, dab off excess, and I go on my nose, and then I go to the under eye area. It really does press the powder into the skin, and I do dampen this just like a regular beauty blender or sponge or whatever. I dampen it, and it just like really gives the most flawless application. And then this powder obviously is just beautiful. And I've been using this off and on for a long time, even when I did have oily skin. But I do really love it. Yeah, my eyelids and my under eyes look a little crepey. So I'm going to have to figure out how to get the life brought back to those. Okay, and I've been like suffering for so long without a spoolie for my eyebrows because I haven't had an eyebrow pencil with a spoolie on the end. And when I was doing my lash extensions, I figured out that you can get a bunch of these reusable spoolies for like $10 or something on Amazon. So get yourself some spoolies for your eyebrows, or if you have lash extensions. So that's powder. For eyebrows, I have the Anasazi Powder Brow Duo in dark brown. I've been using this for literally years, and I have the same one, which is probably pretty gross, but you know what? It still works, and I haven't gone through it because I go off and on with different brow products. So I just comb this through my brows or, with an angled brush. This is my favorite bronzer since I figured out that Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer was breaking me out. So that used to be my favorite. If you don't get a reaction from that, then that is great. But the fragrance in the butter bronzer, I believe, is what was breaking me out really good, along with, other stuff. But I think that was the main thing. So this e.l.f. Primer Infused Bronzer in Forever Sunkissed is my fave, and it has been since last summer. So I'm going to just bronze up the face with a bigger, fluffier brush from Wet n Wild. I just love the color, how it's between like cool and warm. And then also it just blends beautifully. So I just go where I normally would, up on the forehead, the jawline, cheek area. I'm not going to do any eyeshadow. I'm just going to do some bronzer. So I take this bronzer and just go on the lid. Again, I haven't done any makeup really, like eyeshadow wise, on my lid or anything. We got to get used to this. Little bit of Dimension, and then my favorite blush for years and years now has been Milani Luminoso. This is a baked blush formula. I have multiple of these baked blushes, but they're just so good. This one especially is so good for spring and summer. So many people talk about it, but it's just because it's so beautiful, you guys. And then for highlight, I'm going to use this one from Wet n Wild. This is their... Mine's broken. This is their Mega Glow Highlighting Powder in the shade of Precious Petals. It has been, again, a favorite for forever just because it's so, like, blinding. It's so, I don't know. I just love it. It's a perfect color. I can use it when I'm fair or when I'm tan. And I take it on the cheeks and then into a C motion on above the brow. A little bit on the nose here. And then I will just take a sponge and just kind of go over this a little bit. You could even take your blush brush and blend it so it's not too crazy. And then I also like to take this in the inner corner too. So just take a little bit of this and go right in the inner corner. And then I also go on the brow bone. Okay, so if I wasn't wearing lash extensions, I would use this mascara on the top and bottom lashes. Right now, I'm just going to use it on the bottom. And then also, I would use the Essence Volume Booster Lash Primer combined with this with curled lashes. And it's my favorite combination ever, has been for a long time. So now I'm just going to use this on my bottom lashes since I can't use mascara on the top. And then I'm going to just wipe off that Aquaphor. So if you're going to use a lip liner like I am, always wipe off your like chapstick and stuff or else it won't stick. So this is the Milani Color Statement Lip Liner in, what is this? Nude. So I love this one and I also love All Natural. I've been using this for months now and it's my favorite. So I just line and fill in my lips with that. And then I'm going to use the Mega Lash Liquid Catsuit, Wet n Wild Mega Lash Catsuit High Shine Lipstick. This is such a long name. In the shade Send Nudes. This has been a favorite for forever, you guys. I used it so much last summer. I love it because it's a nude shade. It's so pigmented, but then it's also glossy. So it's the perfect nude shade. It's like a lipstick and a lip gloss combined. It's not like those super pigmented lip glosses, but it kind of is. It's super hard to explain, but that is the last step, I believe. Okay, so this is the finished look using all the products that I absolutely love. I have used these products for so long, like I said, and this is just one of my go-to looks in general. I love the like bronzy skin, flawless face, and nude lips. And then obviously I love the lash extensions now. So I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel. I upload new videos every single week on beauty, lifestyle, and fashion. And I hope you will stay tuned for more videos in the future. So yeah, that's about it. And I'll see you guys in a video very, very soon. Bye, guys.